Welcome to Black Metal Review, this time from United States of America, and we'll call this Survival Black Metal. Why? You'll soon find out. Now, technically speaking, this is a digital release only by a band called Mahr, and the album is called Keeper of the Burning Stars. So, rather hazy cover, and on the background you will find the track list, plus some suspicious symbol. Do what you will with that information. And here it is how the packaging looks. 3 guys, a drummer, guitar vocalist and bass. And when I say this is a digital product with a physical copy, means this is one of the very few rare CDR copies. Or at least that's what I was told. Maybe there are hundreds and thousands of those, but goes beyond the scope of this review video to go making wild guesses and assumptions. So let's head to Virginia. And this is black metal. And now we go to very, very toxic themes, obviously. Well, black metal should be toxic to begin with, but as a disclaimer, because there are always sensitive people out there, Germanic heathenism coming from Virginia. A little bit weird, but okay. White supremacy coming from Virginia. Can I even say I'm surprised? And anti-modernism. And this is why I brought up the topic about survivalist. Because now we get this one big fella, tattooed, trained, probably not natural lifter, but who cares? And yeah, well, anti-modern black metal coming with back to very basics. Third album by this one-man project here listed, but as you can see, 3 guys are mentioned in the promo. So now for the record. I haven't heard the previous album, so really can't compare this one to this particular album. So do with that information whatever you wish. Curious to mention is that all members, however it lists one, are members of the Wolves of Vinland. This is an interesting thing because if you take a look at, for example, Hunter's Ground, which I will review later on, you will see these things also mentioned. Lynchburg, Virginia, the home for Hunter's Ground, which is only 2 albums, but technically speaking, roughly the same era, a little bit older. I mean 2009 versus 2012, even if this has more albums. So why I'm mentioning this is because this also has a member known as Grimm, which is also known as Paul Wagner, who is then again known for the Wolves of Vinland Hidden Community and also the founder of Revolution Werewolf Project, which means survivalism, martial arts, strength and or bodybuilding, meaning you're supposed to be strong spiritually as well as physically. Goes beyond the away from the topic, but showing that there's a reason why these guys are big and looking badass and focusing on certain anti-modern things and all that stuff. Now goes beyond my understanding why exactly there are 2 different bands which sound quite the same, well, with some differences. I mean, both are black metal with the melodic kind, not very modern kind of stuff and all that stuff, but yeah, like I said, goes beyond the scope of this. So let's focus on Keeper of the Burning Stars without getting too much outside of the box. This was released very early 2024, but got this copy from the label as part of the so-called VIP releases. So there it is, still here, very fresh considering when I got it this late August. So features 6 tracks, almost 40 minutes, and this is pretty much how it looks. And the music, now this is something you're gonna ask obviously and wonder what it's all about, and I would say to summarize it easily it would say melodic black metal. Yes, very aggressive, very fast tempo, but still somewhat melodic. So instead of what you might be expecting, some kind of a war metal approach, you know, thinking of blasphemy and the like because big tattooed guys and all, or Marduk for that matter, the kind of a aggressive, super aggressive, fast tempo, machine gun drumming and all that stuff, forget all about it. Even if this looks like, gives you the feeling that this might be, this is actually closer to your typical NSBM in the sense of being not as polished, which goes hand in hand with the anti-modern take, as well as being very melodic. Now you're thinking, okay, he mentioned NSBM, I'm thinking of Absurd. Now I'll show you something. If you take a look at the similar artist tab, guess what it's listing first? Absurd. No, only based on 3 votes, but you get roughly the ideas. So it's melodic, anti-modern take, which is definitely taking us back to the 90s. Not only in terms of production, but also the kind of a melodic style. So it's actually softer in terms of black metal than you might be expecting from guys looking badass and being all about this ancient ancestry and, you know, forgetting the modern world and urban environments and all that stuff. Now, whether you like melodic black metal is of course totally different thing. So if you're once again expecting some kind of a sarcophago, blasphemy, or revenge conquer, or whatever war metal thing, you're gonna be disappointed. But if you adjust your mind, so like it's more of a not necessarily lo-fi, but less produced in terms of bigger bands, bigger labels, bigger studios, kind of a black metal, then you are ready for the ride. Throughout 6 songs, it's offering nothing new and original as such, but more on the primitive side of black metal, which is done in a very, very melodic fashion. Now, sometimes, in my opinion, a little bit less speed, just a little less speed that is, would be better, because sometimes these melodies would have time to kind of grow, mature and all that stuff. But that's just only my opinion. I've never been too much big fan of melodic black metal, unless you really go for dissection and go super dark, sinister and all that stuff. Thinking also Mayhem's, The Mysteristum, Satanas kind of stuff. So if you go melodic, too often I'm just gonna jump off the wagon and say, sorry, not my cup of tea. And this is partially true with this given Mahr album. Because what I feel is this kind of album would definitely need way better, way more powerful production. I'm not necessarily talking about your next Rammstein production, but, you know, think of, say, Hypocrisy, or a lot of those Swedish black metal bands like Murkryning, or heck, Marduk for that matter. So what I'm saying is this would really need more punch. Now it's just like badass visual side and kind of a primitive output and like let's go back to basic, let's go back to the 90s and forget all the modern stuff. But there is a price, there is a cost for that, and that is it doesn't sound as powerful as I'm kind of hoping or expecting it to be. But like I said, if you're into these given themes, I'm not so much. I don't give politics and I think all supremacy are bullshit because I'm too much of a nihilist for that matter. Anyhow, if this is the topic you're interested in and you like also melodic black metal, there's no reason why not give this a go. But if you're expecting more powerful or sinister or evil sounding black metal, maybe this is not the thing you're looking for. But it's of course for you to decide. Links, as much as I can, are included in the description box, but you probably have to go either buy a product or search for, you know, songs to be online for you to listen to before you figure it out. But like I said, it's a digital release to begin with, so it shouldn't be too hard for your Googling skills. So off you go, decide for yourself whether or not this is worth your money, time and all, and see you with the next review coming your way. Bye bye.